joining us again as we go on yet another weekend trip. This time we are not restricted to England as we will be visiting technically a different country, Wales. So we are off to Pembrokeshire, which is in the southwestern part of Wales. I've seen some stunning pictures of its coastal region, and I've been wanting to visit for a really long time now. But unfortunately, the weather this weekend isn't looking optimistic. However, I still have got my beach straw hat just in case.
It doesn't matter if the weather is optimistic or not. My wife is always optimistic.
How else are we supposed to lead our lives? That's the only way. Always be hopeful, positive, and optimistic. We have been on the road for about 6 hours now. Honestly, we should have reached our destination, which is the restaurant. We plan to go to a restaurant first for an early dinner, late lunchish kind of a meal. And the reservation was at 6:30. It's 7 o'clock already. Unfortunately, there were 2 big accidents on our way to Wales, and that set everything off track. I'm not very sure if the restaurant can honor our reservation, to be honest, and we may have to do with supermarket meal tonight.
Actually, that's a 6. I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9.
Let's try and open it.
Doesn't seem to work.
Shall we try 9 then?
Maybe it's a 9, I don't know.
देखिए আমাকে দেখে দাও। Vikram, that's a 9.
It could be a 6.
No, it's not a 6, it's a 9. It's clearly a 9. I mean, there could be someone in room 6. This is a 9 because this is the rear side.
No. How do you know this is not?
That is true.
Yeah. Is it working?
So guys, I'll see you tomorrow because I need to change and
You can use a good night.
I'll be off to Zuzu land in a few seconds. Good morning everyone, rise and shine. It's a brand new day. It's a Saturday and it's almost 9:30 in the morning. I'm not apologetic though. I had a line in and I deserve it. I have been working nights this week and I really needed this sleep. And I slept like a baby. That speaks a lot about the quality of the bed in the hotel. So full marks for that. Let's see what Vikram is up to. He still hasn't finished his night's rest, has he? You woke up before me. What happened?
I woke up before you because you pushed me out of bed to
I did
get
not.
the breakfast in.
Oh yes. So
Otherwise, I wouldn't have woken up before you.
So as you guys know, we have had a few trips in various parts of England, and even though COVID restrictions are still in place, there have been some relaxations, and in hotels they have allowed us to sit in the hotel restaurant for breakfast, though with restrictions. We can't just go about
No,
take.
they're maintaining restrictions. There's social distancing and
Yes,
and everything.
and you can't touch all the utensils and everything
They
at
bring
buffet.
everything to your table.
They will bring everything to your table, but at least you get a chance to go and sit in the restaurant. Here in Wales, it seems to still be different. Technically, I mean, United Kingdom is one big country, but England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern
They have
Ireland.
their own public health organization.
Yes, exactly. So here the rule says that you choose your breakfast, you choose what time you want your breakfast, and they are going to bring it to your room.
I don't like this.
Okay, so we are finally off to the first destination of this weekend. It's already 1:30 in the afternoon, but you know what? We really needed the nap. We had a very good sleep after the breakfast. In fact, I believe that the best sleep is the post-breakfast sleep. Do you agree? Vikram is not responding. He doesn't like all this vlogging business. He's a quiet man. He's serious. And he's smiling and he's listening to really old film songs. Anyway, that's beside the point. So the reason why I'm dressed like this is because I am planning to record a dance video in a very exotic destination, a place which is supposed to be one of the best beaches in the world, not just in the United Kingdom or Wales. And thankfully the weather gods have decided to smile on us. There's a little bit of peekaboo of the sun going on. It's not raining, touch wood. Okay, so this is where we are off to Barrowfundle Bay, one of the most stunning beaches in the world. There is no car parking near the beach. We have to park at a National Trust property called Stackpole. They have their own car park and we don't have to pay anything because we are members. It's a bit of a trek from here to the beach. It takes about anything between 10 to 30 minutes depending on how much time you want to spend enjoying nature. And I've heard in a blog post, in fact I have read, that the walk itself is very attractive. In fact, it's like someone said, it's like an Indiana Jones kind of walk. And I'm really looking forward to this. No, hopefully not, but I have, in case it rains, I have got my clogs.
I've got both shoes as well.
No, but you don't have clogs. With these are called gibbets or something, glibbits or something, these button like things. So the red rocks on the left are 400 million years old. The limestone to the right, 50 million years. Okay, so Wales has travelled nearly 6,000 kilometers in its lifetime. So this is Welsh, by the way. Wales has its own language, Welsh. And you'll also find English because it's part of the United Kingdom. But they're very proud of their language, as they should be.
Now Pritha encounters the first. I'm sure that's not the right.
No.
Yes, correct.
I can't reach it. I can see it, but I can't reach it.
Barrowfundle, here we come.
Barrowfundle. The name itself is quite exotic, isn't it? It's not like a normal British name. And I've heard that on a good weather day, which hope, touch wood, fingers crossed there might be, the beach looks like a Caribbean place.
We wouldn't know, right? We haven't been to the Caribbean. Look at that. Babes, you should have brought our swimsuits. You have a swimsuit. You didn't even tell me. That's so unfair.
It's 18 degrees. The water is pretty cold.
But the water looks like it might be warm. Steep and slippery.
Yeah, because of all. দরকার হলে ক্যামেরাটা রেখে হাঁটো।
Chalo. That's fine, Baba.
বেশ স্লিপারি আছে।
চেঁচাচ্ছ কেন? তো চেঁচাচ্ছ কেন? I feel like I'm in the Caribs, and the sea is warm and sparkling and inviting, and the beach is lovely and sandy, which is quite a novelty in England and the UK. It's quite a novelty in UK, right? Like what goes as a beach doesn't really qualify. It's actually a rocky coastline, so it's got lovely sandy beaches. Walked a bit on the beach, and we've come to this beautiful little cove. As you can see, these are the coves underneath the cliffs we were walking on, and there are lots of hidden caves. I can imagine Preetha would love to have an adventure in these caves, like the famous 5. Do you want to go adventuring and cave exploring, Preetha?
No,
There could be gold inside.
no.
The hidden galleon, famous 5 and the hidden galleon.
I want to dance, and this is a very nice place for my dance video. However, when we came here, there was no one, and we said, we have found the hidden gem. But then everyone decided to follow us. You know, this is what happens everywhere. The people suffer from so much FOMO nowadays. They see one person going somewhere, and the rest have to follow. So there are too many people in swimsuits, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But the problem is that I can't include that in my footage. It's going to be inappropriate, and people can be identified. So I have to sit it out and wait for people to just get bored of all the things and
Okay. Preetha has found finally a hidden gem.
not
So
a hidden
let's-
gem. Finally, I've managed to get rid of everyone with my judgmental. Bad news, guys. Turns out it wasn't my judgmental stare that got everyone else out of that area. It was because the high tide is coming, and within seconds that area was pretty much flooded, and now half of my skirt is wet. I've had to come back to the main beach, which is also a nice place. Oh, the camera is following me. Yes, so that's the main beach, and it's also very pretty. So we have to find just a little corner for us to do this video. My videographer isn't too impressed.
Those are coral rocks, I'm certain. Look at this. Look at this. They look like corals, right?
Please speak loudly. You
They
can't.
look like corals. Look at this.
See,
They are coral reefs.
I don't
Look
have
at
much idea about marine biology, but I guess we can read about it since we are here. Okay, so after a lot of hue and cry and endless waiting for video bombers to leave us alone, can't blame them really. It's a glorious day, and this is a stunning area. So no wonder everyone wants to have a piece of Parafundal. Unfortunately, that just wasn't good news for my dance video recording plan. But anyway, we managed to do it at the end and had some drone shots added in too. You really have to watch this video, guys. You know how much effort we made. I mean, you have been with us through the journey. I'm sorry I couldn't do any vlogging when we were recording because it's just the two of us. what is it? Someone wearing a dinosaur costume? Okay, I guess I'm not the only person who's here to make a video. Anyway, there's someone in a dinosaur costume in front of us, a giant inflatable dinosaur costume. But yes, so you have to watch this because you are witness to our effort, and the only reason why we couldn't record whilst we were couldn't vlog whilst we were recording is because it's just Vikram and I, and we also have to make sure that our belongings are not stolen whilst we are recording. And the other thing is that, as you can see, we are right now on a cliff that's just next to the cove, the bay itself. We have had a part of the recording here, and I have to mention this, that we are two very risk-averse individuals. We like to play things safe, and we are very careful when recording in these sorts of areas. Very careful that none of us get injured or face any kind of bodily harm. So, which means that
end up recording other people by mistake.
Exactly, or we end up recording other people by mistake. So there's a lot of work that goes into making these videos that doesn't just involve Vikram pressing the shoot button and me dancing. Alright, so we have come to a medieval seaside town called Tenby. Looks like a charming place. That you see behind Vikram is actually the walls of their medieval town. We are both very hungry. We are wondering whether we should go inside and explore the walled city, or whether we should make our way towards the harbor and see if we can find any good place to eat.
It's a grill bar wine cocktail.
It's open for takeaway. Burgers, nuggets, dirty fries, baked potatoes.
Okay, you want to take away something?
I mean, apatoto, just so that we don't die of hypoglycemia.
Preetha thinks we are going to die of hypoglycemia today. I'm open. I can sit outside and have it here.
You are the one who said that you are going to faint any time.
Nana, you're not hungry. Then I can keep on walking.
I have accumulated enough body fat in the last few months. I think I can go for a couple of more hours.
Okay, let's go for a couple of more.
No, we don't have to go for a couple of more hours, but there are some restaurants that I'd like to check out.
Okay, let's go and check out. Are those close to the harbor?
Yes, they are.
Let's go and check those out. Worst case, we'll always have jacket potatoes.
Yeah. Fish and chips.
Chippy.
Yeah.
And we have a Welsh.
Local protein sound. Artisan thingy.
Okay. You want to check it out?
Welsh cafe.
Okay.
Let's check this out, and I think they might have some chocolates too. I wouldn't mind if it's chocolate.
I don't mind some ice cream.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's get our masks on.
Are we having some ice cream now?
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay. Preetha, how do you like your ice cream?
Amazing.
I love mine.
I feel alive again. So as you have seen, we have had a good meal in Tenby. We would have reached home and in bed by now, but that electric charge point you see in front just wouldn't let go of our car. We have been stuck here for the last hour trying to figure out a way to release our car from the charging cable, but it just wouldn't happen. Finally, after a long wait, you know how customer service call centers work. They somehow, after a little bit of trial and error, they helped us, and we are finally released and ready to hit our hotel, hit our bed. Right? I'm so tired. I was so tired to start with, and now I think I'm more tired. Vikram, So, what's your take on the charging
You
situation?
learn something every day. You learn something every day. It's a constant learning process for us.
Honestly, at one point I had thought of switching on the vlogging camera, but then I wanted to save charge in case we are stuck here for the rest of the night. Today is Sunday. It's 10 o'clock already. We have just woken up. Vikram is watching. What are you watching? TikTok videos? He likes to watch TikTok videos on English language. Is it?
Yeah, it's the match from yesterday night.
Okay, he's watching. But I thought you stayed up to watch that match, Argentina Brazil.
It was
Okay.
really great.
Okay, so he apparently watched only the first half of the Brazil-Argentina match last night. So he's catching up with the highlights. So I've just about finished editing the dance video that I recorded yesterday. Done. In fact, the editing was finished yesterday. I just added some final touches and made Vikram watch it a million times to make sure that he's happy with it. We have no idea what we are going to do today. I think it's raining outside. We also have that England-Italy match at 8 o'clock this evening, and we are in Wales. No plan. Some change of plans. It has been raining heavily all day long. There wasn't anything that we could realistically do this morning. We stayed in our hotel room and slept all of morning. I'm not sorry, are you, Vikram? Then this afternoon we watched the first set of Wimbledon men's final and decided that we don't want to be confined in a hotel room for the football match. We have altered our plan and we are on our way to Bristol now, which is in England, just after crossing the borders of Wales. We have booked a hotel room for there tonight. Another advantage of going to Bristol is that it's halfway between Wales and our home in London. And on Friday, Vikram had to drive 7 hours at a stretch in order to reach our destination in Wales, and we don't want that to be repeated tomorrow. So we have arrived at Bristol. We have checked into a hotel. I'll show you the hotel room later. It opened last week. It's a Mercure property, and you know, Accor hotels are pretty decent. They're standardized, so yeah, there's rarely ever you'll get a chance to complain about any Accor hotel. But anyway, we are out in the streets. It now is 7:30, only half an hour to go before the Euro final starts. No prize for guessing which team I am supporting. So we set off from Bristol after having lunch at a Vietnamese street food chain, and we decided to drop in at Blenheim Palace on our way home. We had to take a slight detour, but this is supposedly one of the best palaces of England. It is privately owned, and this is where Winston Churchill was born, not exactly a friend of the Indians. Last year in this palace grounds I had recorded a video of the Bollywood dance based on the song Ghumar, and we had tickets that last us for a year. It's going to expire in 4-5 days, so we thought might as well visit. Sorry?
When is our entry start?
I think 3:45, 3:30 something.
Do you?
That's in the kind of ballpark that we're in at the moment. So that's
Okay.
all fine then. So if you want to just go around to the left and then my colleague.
Okay. Thank you.
There.
Sorry, yes. So our tickets are going to expire in a few days, so we thought why not visit the rest of the area. This is a sprawling estate, and we had only managed to explore a little bit of the ground where I was recording my dance. The rest of the property, including the grand state halls and buildings, were left unexplored by us, but today hopefully we can have a better view. You are in the video. So this is Blenheim Palace, which is technically not a palace in the sense that it is not a royal building. It's a privately owned estate owned by the Duke of Marlborough. I think the current owner is the 12th Duke of Marlborough, who still lives in the premises. I'm told that he lives in the eastern wing of the main palace building, and this is the place where Winston Churchill was born. Obviously his contribution in Second World War is immense, but I'm not particularly a huge fan because of his attitude towards Indians.
Attitude and actions.
Exactly, not just attitude, actions too. Whenever we visit these kinds of places, we can't help thinking about the colonial loot. So this palace was commissioned by, I think, Queen Anne as a gift to the first Duke of Marlborough after he won the Battle of Blenheim. That was a war against the French. I think the French were trying to spread Roman Catholic French Empire, and so first Duke of Marlborough
Defeated Louis XIV.
Yes, defeated Louis XIV, and as sort of a prize, he was awarded this palace. They started building it in 1704 or 1705, and it took about 20 years because the lady of the manor was a bit stingy with their expenses, and workmen frequently stopped work because they were not being paid. That sounds like a very middle class thing to do.
My dad used to do it all the time.
Yes, so we felt a little less guilty about visiting here because this palace predates British invasion of India. So hopefully they didn't pour too much of Indian wealth into making this palace.